So I've expressed that to him.
Maybe I have to talk to some of the farmers about the corner
It's not,
intersections or
yeah,
something.
it's just a small amount. It's not like, half a field, it's just a small amount.
Maybe send a letter out or something. Plus, if anybody in the community, if you see an intersection that's in bad shape, please say something. Because we don't get to travel down all the roads.
And also down here on Willis Road where they replaced the culvert, it's getting kind of bumpy. And he said there's a gas line in there, they can't compact it right now, but he promised me they are going to, once it settles, come back in, fill it and straighten it out and make it smooth again. So,
Right.
that's his story to me.
Very good. Motion to accept Mike's report. Front roads. Keith seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. What time is it? 7:35. We're gonna open for public comment. You got 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. It's very evident to me that this board is not interested in helping me to get sound protection from the city of Milan for the open fire shooting range. As I have stated many times, the city of Milan did not come before the Augusta Township Planning Commission. They were not exempt from that very important step. I have not to this day seen any document that was signed and voted on by the board that it was okay for them to build. So now I'm here to ask that you please not discourage anyone else from helping us get sound protection. I would like to read a little from an email I received from an elected official. It goes as follows. I have reached out to Congressman Dingle directly, as her staff have not been as responsive to this as I would like. My goal is to get the lease information in terms so I can provide documented and definitive answers about the questions related to the FBI's connection with the space. As I have said before, I am supportive of a sound barrier and would support exploring having the county contribute to the cost of it. I will need to know more from Congressman Dingle before pursuing that. I even expect a sound barrier may be an issue because I do not get the impression that some of the Augusta Township elected officials feel that the sound issue is a high priority. Some of this may require coordination with the city of Milan, blah, 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 blah. So please, since you are not going to help, could you refrain from any negative comments? You don't know what it's like for us, those of us that live with the shooting. It is a high priority to us, and we have lived with it for going on 3 summers. Thank you.
You got anybody else up for public comment?
Just a question.
Yes, sir.
The meeting that you had mentioned earlier about having input on the commission or whatever about the cell tower, what meeting would that be and what time?
Planning commission meeting.
We'll get that at the end.
Yeah, go ahead. and get this.
I would imagine they're gonna resubmit that site plan for next month's meeting, be my guess. So that would be the September
I don't have a calendar in front of me.
17th.
Thank you. Yeah, I understand it's not a meeting to complain, but to ask about things that they could do.
Right.
I got it.
Thanks again. Good questions. Anybody else got anything for public comment?
During the petition signing, there was a lot of ethics broke and laws. Threatening people is against the law. Kim, you knew calling the cops, that's harassment. The people that are running petitions are protected just like an election official during the election workers. So I will be filing a complaint with Dana Nessel over all of it. Because no one should have their First Amendment rights tampered with. And if you guys can't learn that you're supposed to be up here representing the residents instead of yourself, it's sad. Because they're the ones that put you in office, and they can take you out.
All right. Anybody else got anything for public comment? Come on, Ron.
I just got a couple tonight. I was wondering if I can ask you guys about the data center. Have any of you guys up there on the board signed any non-disclosure agreements with any of anything regarding the data center? And I have one for you, Mr. Baller. I ask it a lot, and the only reason I always ask you, are you still running a for-profit business, trucking company on your yard? And I know you're smiling, but it is to stop things that like happen behind me. That they used behind me, they said it was grandfathered in because it's been there for 20 years and nobody said nothing. So I'm just letting you know that that's still out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else got anything? Pete?
I'll run.
All right.
About the data center. I'm gonna play you something, if you give me a minute. Hello? Is it on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this. Maybe I'm not. I guess I'm not.
Back out of it and try it again, Pete.
I'm trying. Now, hopefully it'll work now. Maybe I'm not. I guess I just recorded myself.
Bring a kid over here, please. There any kids in there?
One, saved messages. First voice message. New. Message from mailbox 73462599951. Hi there. This is Travis, your Augusta Township neighbor. You may have heard that some of us residents are concerned about a data center being built on over 500 acres of rezoned farmland. Increased taxes, property values decreasing, health concerns, and false promises for school funding is the short list of what's to come to Augusta Township. Please call me back for more information regarding the petition to stop the rezoning and block the data center. End of message.
Now, everything I heard on there was a bunch of lies, because nobody knows what was coming until it went to plan site review. So everything on there was a lie. And, you know, I'm not opposed to a vote, but get it legit. Don't tell people lies and a bunch of BS, because that's what was going on. There's other videos, and I wish everybody would step up and do the same thing. You want to vote, do it right. Be honest. Be honest.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you. Has anybody else got anything for public comment? All right, that's my favorite time. We get to close public comment. You coming up, Dale? Come
I
on.
am. I'm gonna continue on about the data center. I don't know what to say, but we were supposed to be earning money from allowing the pipelines to go through, and there would be some taxes in the Sun Farm. I don't understand the urgency of why this township needs more money, because that means we need more development, and it really looks like they want to put more subdivisions in here, not nurture the agricultural community most of us came out here for. So I have great concerns, and I hope you do too, about what is happening in this township and how it changes the character of this township forever. Certainly, I've had to deal with a lot of assessments, so that I always wonder whether we can afford to support our property, because it's certainly not supporting us, although it's farmed. We have paid for the development of the schools, our neighbors. The land has completely changed. Now you're gonna put in a data center, the water is strained, a separate system. I don't understand what benefit we're gonna get. The system is for more than Augusta, and I would see the possibility of the whole town, the whole township or townships supplied by Yucca to have a problem. I don't see where we're gonna benefit from millions and millions of dollars, except for perhaps some of the people that are going to build the data center. The state is going to distribute the money. I think we need to really look into this further, just like if we're gonna put a cell tower in, shouldn't it serve the underserved in this township? We're underserved, and we pay big taxes, and we used to be able to afford our property. We no longer can. It's a travesty, really. Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan. All right, well, if anybody else have anything, we're gonna close conversation and then have board response.
So I have something to say. So the reason the police were called for the petitioners that were on the corner of Whitaker and Talladay Road was
Complaints.
There were complaints. We had a few residents that were concerned for the safety, as well as a lot of the staff. And they were close to the corner, and I know a lot of people, if you're not there every day like we are, do not know how crazy the drivers can be around there. No one goes the speed limit. We've had near accidents. We had a car go into the house, kitty corner from where they were sitting. So there were a lot of safety concerns, and then when the incident occurred, there was a car facing to ongoing traffic on the opposite side of the road. It was
Excuse me, this is board response.
It was a
Close
safety
it.
concern, and that is the only reason. And I did speak with them, and at the time, I was very busy at my desk when all this happened, but a couple days later, I did go and talk to the ladies over there, because it was a safety concern, and if people wouldn't have been complaining, then, all right. But anyways, that's what it was, a safety concern. And the county was called, they said, call the police, so that's how that happened, so.
Anybody else got anything they wanna respond to? Okay, well, I do. This is kinda, with Rodney, him and I, not him and I, but for some reason he has a personal, difference with me thinking I run a trucking company out of my property. With that doing so, he doesn't seem to realize his neighbor Howard has a bow shop that is right next door to his property. He also has 2 or 3 different other neighbors that has trucks that live right next to him in that area. So I wonder how come it seems to be that you point me out with this. The reason why my trucks are there is for 2 reasons. 1, I have an ongoing job that I'm still doing there. 2, I have the right to have my stuff at my house because I own it. And 3, I have a farm there. So you do realize that when you make these accusations and complaints, you're not in 100% in truth, and you're kind of, I don't know, making an ass of yourself for pointing me out, and you're also calling your neighbors out. So I want you to know that with doing so, you're questioning the integrity of the business that Howard has next door to you, and you've been here with him several times, along with your other neighbors that has trucks in that area. So I guess it's fine that you ask questions. That's kind of, I don't care, but don't try to put me on the spot when you got. The reason why I'm the supervisor now is because I was targeted by people, David Hall, Brian Shelby, and the lawyer. And that's why I'm a supervisor here. because they done me dirty by breaking the law, violating my civil rights. Okay? And they lost in court because of this.
Where's the sunflowers?
So, where's your hairbrush? Now, here's the deal.
Board response.
Here's the deal.
Zip it.
So, and my stuff didn't get planted because I got held back because of this nonsense. Okay, so it's ridiculous that you go out and pick on people. When they did went out and filed the petitions to have a vote, I actually thought that, man, you guys are doing something as a community together. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. I thought it was pretty damn good myself. The issue I had was the false information that was being put out there. That's the only problem I had with it. So I did exactly what the people that did the petitions did. I had an issue with what was happening in our government, so I stood up and I did something about it. Normally, years ago, I'd really do something about it, which wouldn't be the right thing to do in today's time. Okay, but I decided, let's do the right thing, and everybody has the right to do that. As I do, as you do. So I would appreciate it, Rodney, if whatever personal differences you have with me, or affliction that you have on me, or whatever, or you ride by my house or whatever, I mean, cut it out. Cut it out. Because I don't ask you how many cats you have at your house and all this other stuff. What you do at home is your business. All right? No, we ain't doing that. We're not doing the back and forth. You
Excuse
talk
me, no one
now.
interrupted you when you were talking. This is board response. You need to close it.
Does anybody else got anything?
I do, also the data center disclosure agreement, I have no idea what you're talking about. That's pretty strange. So, into my knowledge, has anybody signed yeah,
To my knowledge, we haven't even voted on a data center. This was only about zoning to begin with, so
Exactly.
somehow or another, this still just continues to get twisted around.
It's a preliminary
So-
discussion and was rezoning issue only. You have to follow the process. You have to go through zoning. Ms. Patty's the first person in charge when you do anything. Then it goes from there to site plan review. That's the way it works. No favors, no buddy system, nobody's getting paid off, or any other crap you guys come up with, or not you guys, but some. Some.
right.
It's ridiculous, you know, I've heard everything from radiation's gonna be poured in your backyard to ET's drinking liquor behind Abbott's junkyard. This gets ridiculous after a while.
I would like to add something. Most of our taxes are for millages that people voted and passed.
Can everybody hear?
That is the
Everybody here?
majority of your taxes. The township gets 0.8%. We get $269,000 a year from township, from everybody's taxes in the whole township. Rest is revenue sharing from the state of Michigan. So all your taxes go into, look at your tax bill this month. The whole thing went to state schools. Lincoln Schools had 2, and 2 for Washington Community College. Nothing that didn't go anywhere else, this tax bill. Went to just schools and colleges. Winter will go to state and township. And the winter is way less. Mine was like 500 something last year.
Right, and then you have to feel like you got 7,000 plus people in this community that you have to budget $270,000 and spread this out with, right? And they want $600,000 to replace a culvert on Talladay Road. They want another $600,000 plus to replace a culvert on Judd Road. Both of these culverts are in dire straits where you can't really, can you pass them with a fire truck, Dave? Or is it getting to the point where you can't cross them? And now you're getting into a safety concern with the residents. Now, nobody really gives a shit until your house is the one on the other side of that creek that's burning to the ground. So, you know, this stuff has been happening for a long time. This is a new administration. It's a
not
new
bullshit,
board.
Debbie.
Okay,
And-
we need to do a 3-strike thing. You can't shut up
No,
until
I
3
mean-
times. You need to get out of here.
I mean, I guess it's up to you to act like a grown-up, you know what I mean, so. But,
Impossible.
there's a lot that goes on here that you guys don't hear. And I would suggest that you come to the meetings. I would suggest that you come and ask the questions instead of getting the stories off of the internet. Come by. People's called me a crook. I've never stolen nothing in my life. Never. And the same people that call you a crook are the same jackass that cut you off on the freeway and look straight ahead when you pull up alongside them. It's just not right. So come to your meeting, be involved in your community. It's a good thing. So that's all for the night. I guess I'll like to close out the meeting.
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
$11 million.